All clear. Dispatch, enjoy your ride. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another wonderful episode of Theme Park Tempo. On this road trip, we had the bright idea that, hey, we're not that far from a former Six Flags park, now revamped as Kentucky Kingdom right behind me. The lightning run in the background. They have 6 coasters here, including a hybrid by Rocky Mountain Construction that really drew me into coming into this park. Wasn't supposed to come here, but this is a park that does also not make you wear a mask. So I'm very excited for that, to go in there and have some theme park fun and excitement. A little quick history on this park. It was originally established in the 70s. Went bankrupt, got taken down, bought over by Six Flags. Six Flags sold it in 2009, and now we have Kentucky Kingdom, which unfortunately there was a big incident where a lady lost her legs on a roller coaster. Sometimes it happens. Generally speaking, you are safer on a roller coaster. You have more of a chance of getting struck by lightning. But either way, they were able to reopen 2 years ago, and in 2 new coasters, including Lightning Run behind me and the Rocky Mountain Construction Hybrid we're going to be going on. I forget the name of it, but I will keep you updated and informed as we walk into the park. About 20 minutes to gate open here, and this is the entrance marquee as you come right into Kentucky Kingdom. Well, I've stepped through the gates of Kentucky Kingdom. I'm gonna figure out where I'm going first. I'm gonna look at the park map over here and see where things are. Unlike Holiday World, you do gotta buy your soft drinks here, and I did have to pay for parking this morning. Although only $10, so compared to other theme parks that charge you 20 up for parking, it's not as bad. Here's their drop tower, which I'll come back and do later, but I wanna make my way back here, hit up Lightning Run first, and then we'll head over to the hybrid right after Lightning Run. Fearfall. Boo! Over here. Gives you very much the feel that this was a Six Flags at one point, but it does seem a little bit cleaner than my Six Flags back at home. Lots of buildings, lots of places to stay hydrated. You get the kids area back here. Seems like a decently big park. Probably the weirdest teacups I've ever seen. It's called the Mad Hatter, but it's only one turntable in the middle. What makes a very fun teacup ride. So you got to walk across this bridge in order to get to Storm Chaser, which is the Rocky Mountain Construction hybrid I'm about to go on. There were people queuing out for Lightning Run. I see people over there. Some guy looking like he's checking the block brakes at the end. Yeah, we want those to work, please. Now, as you walk over here, this part is the water park. There's a Ferris wheel and the Rocky Mountain Construction coaster. I'll figure out where it is. I think I hear it going. There's a Woody here, too. We'll get to go on, hopefully. A wave pool looks like back here. T3 in the background, which is similar to the Great Nor'easter. Storm Chaser. Or the Storm Chaser, I'm sorry, yes. Up in the background, right next to a Woody right here. I forget the name of the Woody, I'll come back to you. But Storm Chaser well, there's Woody going. I haven't seen Storm Chaser go up yet, I hope it's open. Well, that is an extreme bummer. It really sucks. That's the main reason I came here, and this wasn't on their website. And it was closed. I'm not sure if it'll be opening today at all. It doesn't look like it, unfortunately. Damn, that really sucks. This is the coup de grace of the park right here. Let's go on. They got a new track layout about 2 years ago when the park reopened. Let's give it a whirl. Well, just had my first ride on Thunder Run. It was honestly, out of all the wooden roller coasters I've been on, I would rank that about average for my rankings. Really solid coaster though. 74-foot drop, 53 miles an hour. A lot of airtime for a small, compact coaster like that. And what I do like about it, right after the first drop, you go right into a bank turn. And it's very turn heavy and very airtime heavy. So I do recommend it. I give it about a 7 out of 10. No, 6 out of 10. 6.5. Okay. Gonna give it a front row ride now and see what I think from the front. Excellent front row ride over there on Thunder Run. A lot more airtime, I think, than the back of it even. That coaster's nicely built. After a second time around, it's still a solid Woody in my book. Not my favorite, but it definitely ranks up there. Probably gonna head up to T3 next and see what's good over that way. Up now on a technical breakdown sheet is the wooden roller coaster known as Thunder Run. Thunder Run, which debuted in the park back when it was Six Flags Kentucky, still stands today. Manufacturer of Din Corporation. Top drop of 74 feet and a speed of 53 miles an hour. All in all, altogether, a decent wooden roller coaster. Like I said in the video, not my favorite. I would rank it somewhere between a 6 and a 7. And in the video, I think I gave it a 6.5, but in the breakdown, it is a little bit higher. So here we go with Thunder Run, ladies and gentlemen. An intensity of a 7.1. Right after the drop, you go into a bank turn, so that's nice and intense. Nice amount of G-forces on that, too. Total track layout, it is nice and compact and beautiful to the eye with a 7.2. Altogether, with the theming over for it, it's very, very, very typical wooden roller coaster theming. And then like some like little marquees throughout the queue, but it's only about the history of the ride, so nothing insane there. Total track smoothness though of a 6.7. Bit of an older ride. Actually, it is an older ride, but it's been retracked from what I understand. So the smoothness isn't horrible on there either. You do get some nice ejector airtime on the bunny hills towards the end as well. And a total with a total of 7.3, you do get out of your seat a lot there, nice as well. And a re-rideability factor of a 7.2. It is a ride I rode most in the park. It would have been Lightning Run, but that queue was ridiculous all day. Altogether, ranking in a total tempo tickets for Thunder Run at a 6.81. 6.81 total tempo tickets. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, right ahead is T3, the park's SLC. That stands for Suspended Looping Coaster. Similar model to that of the Great Nor'easter. Sits 2 across. I do have new restraints on this ride, which makes it a lot more bearable than other suspended flying coasters I've been on. Looks like a fairly empty weight up here. You should be able to get right on it. These I like to sit in the front row. I feel it's like a less jerky experience. I mean, I went on Mind Eraser in Six Flags New England, and that was the most horrendous coaster I've been on. People rank this pretty horrible too. I do like suspended looping coasters, so we'll give this a try, and I'll give you my honest opinion when I come off of it. So just had my front row ride on T3, and oh my god, was that a bumpy roller coaster. That was insanely, twisting and turning, lots of inversions, a lot of G-force, which I do like. But damn, was that a bumpy ride. I was in the front. I can only imagine what the back row would have been like. Definitely worth it to get the credit. Not something that's worth re-rideable. I wouldn't run to it ever again. I would go on it again, but I wouldn't run necessarily going crazy for it. Oh, whoa, damn, that was bumpy. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, on the technical breakdown sheet is maybe my least favorite roller coaster of all time. In T3, the Vekoma Suspended Looping Coaster, SLC here at Kentucky Kingdom, which opened to the public in 2015. Back when it was originally closed beforehand with new ownership, but the ride does date back to 1995. But oh my god, Vekoma and the SLCs, if you think Mind Eraser is bad, this one is outrageously 10 times worse. I can't even bother to tell you how bad this coaster is. So here we go. Without any further ado, here is T3, ladies and gentlemen. Intensity is the only thing that rates high in this because of the amount of G-force you do get, and that is an 8.1. Very, very intense. But it's also very, very, you feel like you're going to black out a lot of places too. And that's not my problem with this ride. It's that it's just so damn bumpy, you can't enjoy anything. Your head rattles and you do get, you're in pain when you come off this roller coaster. So I go on them no matter what because I am not chickening out of any ride whatsoever. And I also want to give you my review of this horrible coaster. But here we go. Total track layout of a 3.7. While it is nice and compact, it's the track layout that causes all that garbage to happen, so you're not getting a high score on that one with me. Total theming of a 3.5, extremely low, especially in the station. You get like a really cute marquee in the front, and that's about it. Smoothness, though, I think this is the lowest I've rated a roller coaster thus far for smoothness, at a total of 2. You know, the only thing that's really smooth is the chain lift, if I'm going to be honest with you here. Even the block brakes at the end. Airtime, though, of 0. You know, even in some, like, suspended coasters, you get a little bit. Nothing on this one whatsoever. You are glued into your seat with that gravity, with all that G-force. and the total rewritability, and maybe I'm being generous here with the 2.7, but I would never go on again unless it's somebody's first time and I want to get their reaction. So ladies and gentlemen, total ticket score. Total tempo ticket score for T3, ranking in at a whopping 3.36 total tempo tickets. They got a nice little craft beer garden back here. Next I'm going on is Kentucky Flyer. That's not it, that's just a wing called the Skycatcher. Very similar to your normal gigantic swings you see all around the parks now. But Kentucky Flyer is another wooden roller coaster. Some weird seats though you don't normally see on a wooden roller coaster. Very intricate, very new design. I believe it is CGI, this one. Yeah. It's a only about 6 rows per ride vehicle. But it does look like a fun little woody to go on. Based off the Kentucky Flying Planes, I'm assuming. I don't know much about plane history, so I really can't tell you. Looks like a baby woody, but a woody nonetheless, and a credit to get nonetheless. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just had my first ride on Kentucky Flyer, and honestly, my personal opinion on it, smooth woody, nice woody, enjoyable ride, but not all that fast, not all that twisty and turning. Very minimal airtime. Wasn't super excited. Nice, cool ride maybe for a kid working his way up to bigger roller coasters, but worth it for the credit. Not going to rewrite it though. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, on the technical breakdown sheet is the Kentucky Flyer. Here in Kentucky Kingdom, this roller coaster was designed by the Gravity Group and is a wooden/hybrid coaster. The way it's built technically and the way it runs. All together though, Kentucky Flyer, best way I could describe it is, like if you're 9 or 10 and you're not sure of the big rides yet, give a ride on Kentucky Flyer and you'll be able to work your way up easier to the bigger rides. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Total intensity though of 5.5. First drop was nothing insane. Nothing really forceful as far as the turns. It's more, like I said, more of like a smoother in to it, if that makes any sense. Total track layout of 6. It looks decent, but it's very small, so it doesn't look all that appealing to the eye. Total theming though, altogether of a 5. Yeah, it's okay. You have some like airplane stuff walking throughout the queue, but nothing all that insane. Smoothness though is where this ride is built and designed for. It's incredibly smooth. Definitely the smoothest ride in the park, that's for sure. Airtime of a 5.5. You get a little bit towards the end and after the first drop, but other than that, nothing insane. Rewritability of a 6.2, especially if you have kids, bringing a total tempo tickets for Kentucky Flyer at a 6.04 total tempo tickets. So I talked to an employee here as to why Storm Chaser is down. Apparently there's something wrong with the block brake system on there that broke down when they were testing it to reopen the parks from the whole COVID crap going on. Yeah, you kind of need those block brakes, so I totally get them shutting down the ride to redo the block brakes for that. It's unfortunate it happened when I came, but I mean, it just would have been nice if they put it on their website, you know, so people like me that are enthusiasts that come to these parks just for 1 and 2 specific roller coasters will be able to plan a better trip around. Beautiful looking Ferris wheel right ahead of us. I'll give it a ride later. It is starting to rain a little bit, so I want to get on lightning run in case it does start to downpour and rides are closed for the foreseeable future. There's Hurricane Bay, formerly Hurricane Harbor, with Six Flags, but obviously they had to change the name around when they weren't Six Flags anymore. It looks like lightning run is operational, which is good. Definitely want a front and a back row ride on that as well, and then the drop tower is right next to it. So we'll hit up both of those. I don't think the Ferris wheel is even operating right now, which is a bummer. But yeah, it's dark clouds and sunshine too, so it's really a hit or miss. But you gotta walk over the bridge again and go over to Lightning Run. So you do have to walk over this bridge, which goes right over the highway. The theme park is on 2 separate sides, literally with the highway going right in the middle of it. I've never seen this before at any theme park I've ever been to. And believe it or not, this is the longest queue line I've had in this whole trip. It looks about to be 10-15 minutes, which isn't bad at all. But it is a socially distanced, quote-unquote, queue. Some people are listening, some people aren't. It's a theme park. You're going to be on top of each other. I think it's pointless to social distance because, like I said, you're at a theme park. Currently in line for Lightning Run, and it started downpouring. They're sending an empty train out now, where they are transferring one over here. Hope it clears up by the time we're going on. Doesn't seem as if they're stopping operations. It just seems as if maybe it's going to downpour. So Lightning Run just went down for rain. It was downpouring. Apparently they do operate in the rain, a lot of the outdoors attractions, but I guess for some reason, God forbid, I don't know what reason it is, this roller coaster is going down. It does look like it's lighting up, so I'm going to stay in line because I waited about 20 minutes to get to this point, and I really do want to get on this ride. Looks like they are finally going to successfully transfer the second train on, and hopefully that will help with queue lines because they do have social distance queues. It's not often you get to see a track switch like that. It's pretty cool. I don't particularly understand the operations as to why this ride is down in the rain. The drop tower just went up and on. I understand lightning, why they don't run in lightning, but it's just rain. And that, to me, is ridiculous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're getting that ride on Lightning Run, finally. Well, ladies and gentlemen, finally got off a Lightning Run right there. Amazing coaster. I would give it an overall 7.2 out of 10. Definitely one of the better non-looping steel coasters out there. Decent airtime. That first drop is nice, a nice little tickler. Not as long as I would have liked it, but definitely a good coaster though, for sure, 100%. I would do it for a re-ride, but that line, because of the social distancing queues, it makes a queue double the amount. So I would, if it's shorter later on when I come back, yeah. I'm going to definitely do another run on the Woody over there and hit up this drop tower just to get a drop tower in for the trip. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, on the technical breakdown sheet is Lightning Run. Lightning Run is manufactured by Chance Rides, and it is a Hyper GTX coaster. That's the model of it. Essentially, it's a non-looping steel coaster, in layman's terms. Pretty much what it is. 100-foot drop, 55 miles an hour. It's nice. I really did enjoy my ride here on Lightning Run. It was the longest ride I had in the park, and I got shut down because of rain, but I really, really did enjoy my ride on Lightning Run. So Lightning Run's intensity ranking it at a 7.8. Yeah, really forceful. Definitely on some of the hills and drops, as well as the bunny hills at the end, and the twists and turns too as well. Every single, whether it was a bank turn, just regular, bank drop turn, a regular bank turn, everything delivered on Lightning Run here. Total track layout of 8.2, nice and compact, very beautiful to the eye. It just looks like a really fun ride you want to get on. Total track theming though of a 4.7 altogether though, very, very moderate, as is the rest of the park. Coming out the total track smoothness though of a 7.5. This ride did debut in 2014. She is fairly new and she's keeping up with the newer rides staying smooth. Not just B&Ms, but most newer rides do stay smooth now for a longer time. Total airtime of a 6.9, especially on those bunny hills at the end, some nice ejector. And then a total re-rideability factor of a 7.4. Even though I only got one ride on it, I would go on probably more than any ride in the park, making a total tempo ticket score for Lightning Run at a 7.25. 7.25 total tempo tickets for Lightning Run. Fearfall, which is a 136-foot tall drop tower. Nothing special or crazy, but it's always fun to go on a drop tower. So that was Fearfall, no zoom and gyro, your standard drop tower, nothing exciting, but it's always fun to get on it. I mean, drop towers are exciting, but for me, somebody who's conquered zoom and gyro, the world's tallest and fastest drop tower, that's just like a little tickle, but it's still fun regardless. Gonna do a full loop around the park, see what else I want to do. There's a 5D theater I'm gonna hit up, and maybe give that Woody another try, and hopefully maybe Storm Chaser's running. I doubt it at this point, but here it goes.
Here it go, here it go, here it go, here it go. We just got off of that right now.
As someone who loves music and used to play the tuba, this little merry-go-round for kids, it's all musically themed, looks pretty nifty. I wish I had that when I was growing up. I almost forgot about one roller coaster I haven't gone on, the kiddie coaster in the park, Roller Skater. Let's see if they let me on this. Just got off a roller skater. It reminded me like a mild Skull Mountain. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, on the technical breakdown sheet is the park's Steel Junior Coaster and Roller Skater. Roller Skater is actually a Vekoma production ride, opened in the park in 1994. Nothing, it's a junior coaster, 27.9 feet tall, top speed of 21.7 miles an hour, but got the credit either way. So, and with the kiddie coasters, you know, I try not to be as harsh, but you're always going to rank low just because you're a kiddie coaster. So here we go with Roller Skater, ladies and gentlemen. Total intensity of a 5. Get some decent G-forces on the helix, nothing insane. Total track layout though of a 6.3. Nice for a junior coaster, but nothing appealing to enthusiasts like myself. Total theming though of a 4.7, very, very low and very, very carnival-like. Total smoothness though of a 6.7. These junior coasters do tend to be smoother because they're built for kids. Total airtime though of a 3, nothing much, maybe a little bit on the end there, but nothing insane at all. And re-rideability factor of a 5.2. Yeah, if you have kids, like I said, it's a good one to get the little kids on, but altogether bringing in a total tempo ticket score for Roller Skater at a 5.06. 5.06 total tempo tickets. What I want to show you here, though, what's really cool, they have an American Coaster Enthusiast board. Dating back to your switchback railways, your original roller coasters, from Jackrabbit in 1920 to the wonderful Cyclone, which I lived in Jersey my whole life and I really got to go on. I'm going to try to do it this summer. Matterhorn Bobsleds in Disney is your first tubular steel coaster. Space Mountain, as well, utilizing block brake system that was made famous in the Matterhorn Bobsleds. The Corkscrew Coaster. Revolution, I've been on a lot of these. Wow, that's actually pretty surprising. And then as you come around, they have all the way from 1978 going to Roller Coaster Fever Magnum XL, which debuted in 1989, all the way to my home park of Kingda Ka. Still love that ride, love the Zoom Gyro in the middle. Got my season pass this year. Flying Turns, which is Knoebels, right? Yeah, it is a Knoebel ride. Yo, I want to go on this. I might stop at Knoebels on the way back, actually. This Flying Steel Turn Coaster, they built themselves, so it's literally from the park. And then, of course, Kentucky Kingdom with Thunder Run, which was a damn good coaster. It really was. Like I said, unfortunately, Storm Chaser is closed, but Lightning Run was a damn good coaster. So, went to guest services. Unfortunately, looks like Storm Chaser is going to be down for about another 2 weeks or so. It's a pretty hard break. So it's not like I can even come back tomorrow and try to do it again. It's going to be down for a foreseeable future, which sucks. But I'm going to give Thunder Run another run. Lightning Run and Thunder Run. Because this was a solid Woody. Not my favorite Woody, but it's a good Woody though. So we're going to do it one more time before we leave. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting ready to go on Thunder Run once again. We got a second row seat. They were having some technical difficulties, but they're bringing it back to par. Hopefully everything runs smoothly and we get another couple good runs on here. So just got our second seat row up with Thunder Run. Not as good as the first, not as good as the back, but still a solid wooden roller coaster. Like I said, I would still rank it an average wooden coaster for me, especially being on Woodies like El Toro and the Voyage. Gonna do one more lap around the park and see what else. Maybe a flat ride or two, get some lunch, and then head on out. Here's what seems to be a really old school carousel, and it is. It was dedicated, it came here in 1994, but it dates back even before that, to about the 60s. But always love a good carousel. Oh, I am sorry, this is technically not a carousel. There are animals other than horses, so by theme park definition, this is a merry-go-round. This is not a carousel like the sign says, it is a merry-go-round. People think that the difference between a carousel and a merry-go-round is the way it rotates. Absolutely not. If you have animals other than horses, I'll say it again, it is a merry-go-round, not a carousel. And what's a trip to any theme park without stopping and getting Dippin' Dots on the way? So my final thoughts here on Kentucky Kingdom. Some cool coasters. My favorite one of the day was definitely Lightning Run. Thunder Run was cool too. I just really thought his horrible customer service that For somebody like me who's an enthusiast that travels all these miles to come on one specific coaster to a park, they really need to be better on their website with putting up ride closers. It's just a common courtesy. And you're in the theme park business, they really should know better. Really poor timing on their part. Other than that, clean park, some cool coasters, did it all in about 4 hours. So I'm gonna go back to the hotel room and relax. Would I recommend coming out here just for Kentucky Kingdom? No. If you're in the area, check it out, but I wouldn't come to this park specifically unless you call ahead and make sure Storm Chaser's open, because that's not the case today, unfortunately. So I went to guest services and I explained to them my grievances, and the lady was very, very passé. She's like, oh my God, I'm sorry, and that's that. They didn't offer me like a free front of the line pass or anything, especially when I explained I was coming from New Jersey. So it is what it is. So some theme parks you win, sometimes you lose. This one was mediocre. So hopefully one of these years maybe we'll be able to come back and do a Storm Chaser, but for now we got more theme parks to do. So it's time for me now to go back. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the technical breakdown of Kentucky Kingdom as a whole, formerly known as Six Flags Kentucky, now revamped as Kentucky Kingdom. But for what I see in the park as far as theming, it's not all that great, and you get a few decent looking buildings which looks very Six Flags-esque in a way, but either way, nothing crazy, ranking in at a total of 4.7. I didn't feel immersed. It felt very carnival, not even carnival, just like moving fair-like, if that makes sense. Total cost though was 7.2, only like $30 to get in. The food was decent. Beers were average price though. Total park cleanliness though of a 5.9, not your best park, not your worst. It's somewhere, it's okay. I saw some garbage on the floor, which I always pick up. Could have done a better job with that. Quality of attractions though, 4.7. Other than the RMC, which I didn't get to go on, nothing really special other than lightning run in the park, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, you do suffer on that with 4.7. And here we go, the operations, maybe possibly right up to about Six Flags Maryland, ranking in at 3. Number one, because of the RMC, and them not posting that it was closed and ditching the operations there. And just seemed like with so many clueless ride operators and so many incompetent employees, it just didn't really feel like they were trying to give it their all together. Out of 3 for operations, and a total upkeep at the park of 5. It looks like they have a lot of work to do if they want to get it back to its original glory days. So hopefully they do focus on that and focus more as opposed to making money right now and getting every penny they can, because some theme parks do that as well. But either way, it has potential, this park. It just needs some work on it, though, in my personal opinion. But right now, I rank in Kentucky Kingdom at a total tempo ticket score at a 4.80. 4.80 total tempo tickets for Kentucky Kingdom. I'll catch everybody next time, and until then, I'll meet you at the Midway.